Welcome to the Student Town Hall. We'll be starting shortly. Just as a reminder, we are recording these sessions for later viewing. Those sessions will be closed captioned if there's needed. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody? Can you hear me?
Yes, the answer is excellent. I'm not sure that everyone expects to answer you. That's the awkward point.
Understandable. Okay. How many students do we have signed up?
Let me quick count, sir. I see two, two, and we have one call, a phone-in call, so I'm gonna guess 3.
Okay. Give people another minute to find their way here.
So I'm going to take a quick opportunity. You know Nate. We're not sure who our caller is, but Matt Rajgoban, who's on the call, is our worker in marketing, and he is an amazing assist on our team.
Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you. Hi, Nathan. So we have about 10 administrators here and 3 students. So we're not using Facebook, I gathered, today. Students are signing up via WebEx. Is that right?
Correct, sir. We're gonna record the session. This way it can be posted later on if people want to watch it later on, and make sure it's captioned.
Okay, sounds good. Well, welcome Lynn Davis and Katie Crommiller and Karen Britton and Chris LaBarbera. Welcome back from being away. Mary Shaw, Liz Cooper, Vinny. Oh, the screen's all moved, so I'm confused. Liz Blumberg, Lauren Curley, mysterious call-in user, Liz Kinsman, Joe Delisle. Okay, so I'm going to start because it's 1:03 and just mention that for those who this may pertain to, the deadline for applying for state financial aid has been delayed till July 1. So anyone who wants to apply for state financial aid has till July 1 to do that. There was a delay. And we're seeing statewide a drop in the number of people applying for submitting FAFSA applications, financial aid applications. So we just want to encourage people to apply, to submit their FAFSAs so they can get the financial aid that they're maybe entitled to. And with that, let me just open it up to questions from Nathan or Matthew or mysterious call-in user. Any questions? Thoughts? Ideas? A very quiet group today. I can tell you, you might be interested in knowing that the Ashland campus is going to have a kind of mini opening next week for the automotive students who need to have hands-on experiences with cars It's a very structured opening with only a certain number of students there at a time, keeping distance with all the masks and gloves and everything. And we've been organizing that for a while, and we're ready for them to come back and have some instruction in the with the cars. So they're the first ones coming back to campus in a very restricted format. So no questions, no thoughts, ideas, complaints. We'll even take complaints today. Mary Shaw is drinking something. I don't know what it is. Oh, Diet Snapple. Okay. We get to see inside everyone's home. That's always fun. Chris Labarbera has some beautiful prints on the wall behind him. Stephen Dill's house, we see a lovely plant. Very nice. Liz Blumberg is outside, taking in the sunshine on a very nice day. So is Liz Cooper. Liz Cooper's outside, breathing the fresh air. I'll remind the staff that for the Wednesday faculty and staff town hall to wear your MassBay t-shirts and sweatshirts, etc. Chris might have known that because he's been away. We're having our picture taken. Hello, Josh Cheney. I don't see you, but I see a still picture of you with Mickey Mouse.
It's true. One of my favorite pictures.
Oh. Well, we're not pulling in a crowd today, I think.
Mike did put an email out. I think you've got a couple more students on now.
I see Sebastian Davis and Rowan Zeffa. Any questions, gentlemen? You have to unmute if you want to ask a question, but go ahead, just jump right in. Or you can put it in the chat room if you like.
No question.
Valerie Blakeney. Welcome, Marie Sibagan.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any questions you have, Marie?
Not yet.
Okay, welcome, Confidence Azazu. Welcome. Any questions about the fall semester? The fact that we're going to be doing remote and online instruction, as you may have seen in my email, not face-to-face, except for those particular programs, automotive, health science, and biotech labs.
Can I come in?
Please.
My question, I'm a business major and I was uh, actually thinking of taking some of the courses online. And this is going to be my first time to take some of, to do an online, course for the first time.
Okay.
I was wondering what platform, since it's not gonna be a face-to-face meeting with the professor. I was wondering how that online session is gonna be like.
I'm going to ask Chris Lumberbera to answer.
Sure. Question. So most of our faculty use the Blackboard learning management system to conduct their courses online. So have you used Blackboard before?
Yes, I have used Blackboard for some assignment, most of my assignment actually. Yeah.
Excellent. So in this case, and you said this is an online class for the fall?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So in this case, since it's an online class, your faculty will be building all of the assignments into the Blackboard learning management system. So you'll have weekly assignments that'll be due sometimes at different points during the week, you know. You may be asked to participate in discussion forums. You may be asked to submit assignments to a digital Dropbox online. And most of your interaction with the professor is going to happen digitally through either discussion forums or email.
Okay.
Your class, if it's listed online and it's fully online, you're not going to meet at a specific set time and day. That's a big thing too to think about. So you'll have things that'll be due throughout the week, but you'll have to be structuring your time a little bit to think about, okay, how do I get those first assignments done during that first week? So because you're not asked to come together, let's say Wednesdays at 1 o'clock, you may be asked to post to a discussion forum by, let's say, Thursday at midnight and to submit your first paper or assignment that weekend. It's always really good for the fall, since the faculty right now are working on building those classes online. It's good for you to reach out a couple of weeks in advance to get a copy of that syllabus from the faculty member, so you could read up and look at the course schedule.
Okay.
And then if you have questions, if at any point you need support, or even if you needed just a orientation to the Blackboard learning management system, you could email us. Just email massbayonline@massbay.edu. So that's massbayonline, all one word, at massbay.edu, and like we can link you up to the resources you need.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Good luck, confidence in those courses.
And confidence is an auspicious name for online learning, I've got to say.
Other questions about anything? We've got practically the whole administration here, so we can answer anything.
All right, I'm coming in one more time.
Go ahead.
Concerning so if I want to, to get my major switched, maybe from my major currently is international business, but I was looking more into the job opportunities and I didn't really get much information on that. So I was looking at switching back to accounting. If I want to do that, since we are not able to come to the school to get those changes effected, who do I contact and how do I go ahead with this major switch?
Yeah. Well, my advice would be to contact the advising office, academic advising, to talk about changing a major, because they can give you a lot of information that may help you. And you may decide to switch, you may decide to stay, but I think they can be very helpful to you. And on the web, just look them up on the web and you can contact them by phone or email. And I'd have a long conversation with one of the advisors and really uh, get to know every option available to you before you make your decision. And then they can help you with the switch if you decide to make it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. It's not uncommon for people to change their major. It happens a lot in college because you start something and then something else looks interesting, or you read something about something else. And, in the early years, it's good to find your way so that you're really comfortable with what you choose.
Okay, thank you. So these were the questions bothering me. So I would officially be leaving the meeting because I have to get ready for work now. I work at UMass Memorial in the pharmacy department. So
Oh, no kidding. Good for
yeah,
you. Yeah. I'm glad you were able to stop in.
yeah. Thank you very
Forward
much.
to when we reopen the building and I can see you in the hallway.
Yeah, I will see you soon.
All right, Confidence. Good luck.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, so other students' questions? Anything at all?
The only thing is that I send you an email. Thank you for getting back to me. I understand, but it's still unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I agree. Nathan's referring to going to remote instruction for the fall.
Yes.
It's hard not to be meeting face to face and have all the contact with other students and with the faculty and the staff.
Yes,
It's not the same.
and another thing I will say about that is that, it was somewhat easier to make the switch halfway into the semester. But now that we're starting the semester, just strictly remote, that makes it a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I can understand it. At least in the spring, students got to know each other. You had face-to-face contact with the professor in the first 8 weeks before we made the switch. Now we're just doing the whole semester that way, and you don't have that opportunity. I'm hoping that there'll be, at least through WebEx, opportunities to get to know each other, to make contacts. I know it's not the same thing, but
Yes,
trying to protect everyone's health.
right. And I understand, but it's, unfortunate.
It is, I'll say. But 2021 is going to be a whole new year and a lot nicer.
Let's hope. Yes,
I'm with you.
knock on wood.
Yeah. Or anything. I'd love to hear from some of the other students. Matthew, Celicia, Sebastian, Ty, mysterious call-in user. Anything you want to say or ask?
I just wanted to reveal myself as the mysterious caller. It's Julie Schleicher. I'm just outside walking.
Julie, thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe other students here will just introduce themselves so we can get to know who you are. Do you want to introduce yourself, Valerie? If so, you have to unmute yourself. It's the little red button at the bottom of the screen to the left.
I got her, sir. I just unmuted you, Valerie.
Oh, thank you. Um, Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Again,
I have a question. Um, in regards to the tease testing, I know MassBay does not have a location center there for the testing. Um, so my question is, where would one go for the testing? 'Cause, I'm trying to do the tease and to get into the nursing program. So that is my question.
okay, I'll turn to Lynn Davis or Allison. Lynn, do you know the answer?
So Allison may have a better response, but Valerie, if you, I am Lynn Davis, I'm the Dean of Health. If under the chat you will, well, no, let me do this. I'm going to give you the email address of one of my staff members. His name is Steve Hartree, and he should be able to give you direction on where you can take the T's at this time.
Okay, thank
Are
you.
you in a position to take his email address?
Yes.
Okay. It is SHAO. Good. So Allison just put it in the chat, but
Okay.
it is SHARTRY at massbay.edu.
Thank you so very much.
All right. And thank you, Allison. Thank you, Valerie. I wish you well.
Good luck,
When
Valerie.
you're
Thank you.
planning on taking that this week?
Um, well, I have to see when I see what my scheduling allows me.
Are you trying to get into the fall to which are you trying to get into the fall 2020 class?
Um, Probably not.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Okay. All right. So Steve will be able to give you some direction on where the teas can be offered.
Thank you, and thank you, Allison, for putting the email up.
And Valerie, one more thing is that we are offering a free kind of a teas tutorial. It's happening this week, as a matter of fact,
Okay.
through one of our faculty members, Dr. Jessica Rohrberg Smith. And also, when you connect with Steve, he'll be able to tell you how to connect with Jessica to be able to do some of her teas tutorials and preps, and that might be beneficial to you as well.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right. All right. Take care.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So my question pertains to kind of how to stay motivated with school. Because I know for me, like my preferred learning style is face to face, being in a classroom. That's what kind of causes me to really, check into what's going on and focus. And just with everything going remote, I still value it just because it's still my education. So I haven't completely just kind of like thrown it out the window. But it's definitely harder for me to stay focused now because of the fact that I'm doing everything, at my house, through the computer. And so I wanted to know if anybody had any kind of like any tips or anything that they can say that could just for people who might feel that same way. Like they find it hard to stay committed to the learning when they don't have to physically be somewhere to do that.
Yeah, Sebastian, I think that's a very common experience. I mean, we are social animals, and when we're not with other people, our motivation is it's hard to keep it up. Um, what's your major, Sebastian?
General science.
Science. Okay. Uh, I'm going to turn to some of my colleagues. Maybe Liz Blumberg has some ideas.
As President Podell said, I think it's a really, really good question. I've had this conversation with lots of students in the last few months. And one of the things I like to say to students is, I actually think it's good to pay attention to what you're distracted by, and give that some time to think about. Maybe you're thinking about the pandemic. Maybe you're thinking about racial injustice. Maybe you're thinking about your family, and actually give yourself time to be distracted, because you're distracted for a reason. So I think that would be the first thing that I would say, is give yourself time to be distracted, and then try to pull yourself back and remind yourself why you're at MassBay. Try to get specific. What is it that's bringing you here? Because I suspect you have a goal. And then try to kind of focus on that piece. And, you know, if you're still finding it hard to concentrate, which is completely normal during what's going on, know that we have staff who'd be happy to meet with you individually and think through what's on your mind. So you don't have to do this alone. Coming to a town hall is a really smart thing for you to be doing. But motivation is something that I would say most people are struggling with. So give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling, address it, and know that you're not alone, and we are happy to meet with you individually to think more about it. I hope that's helpful for you, Sebastian.
It was. Thank you.
Yeah, this pandemic has gone on such a long time that I think everyone's feeling a kind of exhaustion from it. And it is hard to concentrate. I find it hard to concentrate on my work. And then the events of the last 2 weeks have also been kind of shocking and very disturbing. And it pulls you away. So I think Liz Blumberg's advice is well taken. You know, pay attention to the things that are distracting you, and then think about your goals, how to get there. Also, you know, places to reach out to if you want to talk to somebody in academic advising, in the Academic Achievement Center, in the Counseling Center, all these resources we have at MassBay to help you just talk to somebody and get some guidance. Don't be shy about taking advantage. They're all there for you. So other questions? I see Ryan Marquez is here, and ATTAMY. Yeah, what does it stand for?
I have a question.
Okay.
I came from other country, so I am kind of struggling with the kind of education that you guys have here. So I am lost in how I should take classes here.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm glad you found us, and welcome to MassBay.
thank you.
We're going to help you find your way. We don't want anyone to be lost, that's for sure. So is this your first semester at MassBay?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good to know. So Allison, maybe Claudia can connect to this student.
Yes. Are you an international student?
Yes.
So Claudia Ortiz, who is C. Ortiz at massbay.edu, I hope that you've met her at least remotely, if not in person, has a lot of experience helping students from other countries get adjusted to education at MassBay. We also have a coaching commons, and the staff in the coaching commons may be of use to you as well. So I'm going to see if I can look up the contact information for the coaching commons, and I'll put that in the chat box if that's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Great, sure. You could also call me anytime. My telephone number is 781-239-2506. I'll put it in the chat box, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
Reach out to any of us here because we want you to find your way. You know, our emails are all kind of the same. First letter of your first name and then your last name. So I'm D Podell at massbay.edu. The exception to that is Allison McCarty because she's got a number in her email address. But the rest of us are all the same. So really, you know, reach out to anybody here who's going to help you, connect you to other students, connect you to advisors, you name it.
Thank you.
Questions from others? Ryan, Marie, Matthew, Ty?
I don't have a question. This is Marie.
Hi, Marie.
I just want to thank all the faculty members because they answer all emails. They are prompt. So I want to thank them for what they're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I usually get the complaints, so it's really nice when someone has something nice to say.
I don't have no complaint.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
glad.
really proud of MassBay.
What are you studying, Marie?
Human services. I'm graduating in the third year.
Oh, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's
Thank
next
you.
for you?
Maybe go to Bridgewater.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I want to continue my education in social work.
Great.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
Anyone else with a question or a thought?
Is there someone I can directly contact about the bookstore? I just got caught up in trying to catch up one of my classes that I didn't know was meeting remotely. But I ordered the books last week or 2 weeks ago, and they only fulfilled they charged me the full price for 3 books, but they only sent 1 book. So I tried email the bookstore email, but I wouldn't hear back from them. Is there like a direct email? Is there a staff member that works at MassBay that has a direct email rather than just like a department email?
Yeah. Is it a summer course? Books for a summer course?
Yeah, it's for a summer course. It's for critical thinking.
Okay. Lauren, any advice for Ryan?
Sure. I'll put my email in the chat if you could email me the details, and then I'll make sure someone from the bookstore gets in touch. They don't have their own MassBay email addresses, so they do just use the general ones that you've been emailing. But if you get me the details, I'll make sure someone gets back in touch with you.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
How's the course going?
It's going good.
Good. So there's Lauren Curley's email address in the chat room, Ryan. You see it?
Yeah.
Good. And any thoughts or questions? I hope everybody, if you weren't signed on at the beginning, let me just reiterate that the deadline for state financial aid for the fall has been extended to July 1st. So if you're interested in financial aid from Massachusetts in the fall, you can still get your application. The general application for financial aid, because too few students have been submitting them. So we're really trying to encourage people to do it. And Allison has given the FAFSA website in the chat room. All right. Last chance for questions. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. It's great to meet you, Ryan and Valerie and Marie and Attamy. That's what it says on your screen. But what's your name?
Atomy.
Attamy. That's your name.
Yes.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Attamy.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
And Sebastian and Matthew, thanks for coming and for asking questions. Appreciate the opportunity to answer your questions and hear your thoughts. Thank you, Nathan. Always great to see you. Where's Nathan? There you are. You just moved on my screen. Okay. And everyone stay well, stay safe, stay 6 feet apart, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Following all the rules. Wear
Thank
your
you.
masks when you go out.
Yeah.
Take chances.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Take care now.
Bye.
Thank you, staff, for coming in.
Bye. Bye. Good.